Saturday, March 19th, post St. Patty's Day edition of Thoughts Count Anywhere, coming to you live from the Go Live Vegas studios in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Aaron Phillips, alongside Chief Matt Mullen.
What up?
And special in-studio guest, Mr. Thomas Burnett. Gentlemen, how are you?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Good. Pull that mic right in there to you, sir.
I am tired,
You're tired?
but I'm here,
Okay.
ready to rock and roll.
Chief, how about you, sir?
What day is it?
Well, let's see. We're here in studio, so it must be Saturday.
I'm ready.
There you go. We wanted to start off today's show with obviously our 10-bell salute to Scott Hall. And, for me, guys, the only time I met him in person was back this past October, Unicon.
Oh, yeah.
When he was there. It wasn't a very long encounter. He was at the table. There was nobody there with him. I was in between my responsibilities up on the main stage, and I just simply walked up to him. I said, Mr. Hall, it was a pleasure to meet you. My name is. Big fan. Loved all your work that you do. Thank you for doing what you did. He appreciated that, shook his hand, and I walked on. And at least I had that quick moment of interaction to say that I met Scott Hall. And he'll be missed. I mean, you read all the tributes and everything that have been posted on social media by fans and coworkers alike.
Yeah.
And 63 years old, succumbed to his to the blood clot that had released from the hip surgery, unfortunately. But he did have his family around him, which I think was right on. So, guys, I asked this literally just before I went on the air, if you guys want to share a Scott Hall moment that you guys may have that sticks out. I know what mine is, but I'll do mine last as far as ring activity.
A couple years ago, we were doing like security at CAC, and he showed up for like the wrestling event, and he was there like all weekend. But we had him in like the other room, and he was like, "I'm gonna go watch the show, but I don't want to be bothered. So tonight, you're the bad guy." That was like, that was cool.
Yes.
Let's go. He was always like a super nice guy and always cool to the fans. Always had like real cool memories in the ring, watching like Nitro and everything else. He'll be sorely missed.
Chief?
I think the big one that sticks out for me is when, two of them. When he showed up on WWE, not as
Razor,
but Scott Hall.
Gotcha.
The other one is when he walked into WCW and climbed over the rail and just said, "Do you know who I am?"
Yeah.
I think they're the two, to me, that stick out.
Okay.
In his career.
Right on. Thomas, how about you, sir? Anything come to mind?
Just meeting him at Unicon was pretty cool. Getting his autograph.
By the way, I want to mention, those of you can see Thomas's shirt just happens to be happenstance that he's wearing an NWO shirt today, and it works out. Speaking of which, in a few moments, I'll show you some new attire.
We really told him to wear it.
Oh, well, that's okay. I wouldn't have known the difference. Before I get to my quick thought in terms of in-ring action, 702-329-6947. Press the number 1 to come into the studio if you're outside the United States. 1-855-502-4321. Whether you're listening on the app, of course, now Alexa. Tell Alexa, hey, go play Go Live Vegas Radio. We'll pop up on your Alexa device. Chat room, we're monitoring. If you want to tweet us, use hashtag ThoughtsCountAnywhere. We want to know what your Scott Hall moment is in your mind. For me, as far as in-ring action, everything you guys talked about, the ladder match he was involved with and all that. But I remember watching on TV the night that he put the 1-2-3 Kid over. When he lost in that match, good morning, William. When he lost in that match, the place went nuts. And for Scott Hall to put Sean over like that in that match, in that moment, I thought was quite an incredible thing to watch on TV for me at that time.
It made it made Raw special.
Oh, absolutely did. Yes.
Do you know who Scott Hall's first tag team partner was?
Off the top of my head, I do not.
Mr. Perfect.
Oh, there you go.
In the AWA.
Okay.
One of my other favorite in-ring memories was when I was live at WrestleMania 31 during the Sting versus Triple H match when DX and the NWO came out. That place came
down the ramp. Oh, yeah. I remember that. That was a great moment to see that happen.
Hell yeah.
So we encourage you, please give us a call with your favorite Scott Hall moment or moments, your thoughts. 702-329-6947, 1-855-502-4321. In either case, press the number 1 to come join us in the chat live. You can also send us a tweet using hashtag thoughtskindanywhere.com. We just would love to hear your thoughts and participation in your Scott Hall moment. We have some new merchandise which I'm going to show here in a second. But please, by all means, let's do that. You can also post it out on our Facebook page if you'd like. Thoughts Count Anywhere. Post your comments there. We have a group all set up. Or send us your comments to our website, thoughtscountanywhere.com, which is, this is called my segue. So if Mr. Producer could bring up the laptop for me. Thoughtscountanywhere.com. Our good man Matt over here was busy producing new merchandise. And courtesy, we have to give credit to Sean on this one, don't we? Because he's the one that first said this, right? Our good friend Sean Hyde, by the way, be safe. He's working like, what, 4/12s or something because of the tournament?
He's working like 4 16-hour
16.
4 16s?
He knows how I feel every week.
Yeah, exactly.
We started, what, Thursday, I think it's.
I think so.
Yeah, so with the basketball tournament. So months ago, Sean put something in the chat room based on what we were talking about, that Chief was talking about something and none of us really knew what the hell he was talking about. No, we did, but
Per usual.
Sean jumps in and says, that's because Chief was watching wrestling on radio. And so this shirt idea came from him. And then if you put the laptop back up, please. We have 2 more. Hey, look at that design. Boy, does not look familiar, huh? TCA, Thoughts Count Anywhere style, NWO style shirt, and then also in the red. So those are available as well. Please keep in mind, if you simply click on the item of interest, you will then go to our store direct. You can hit the drop-down menu right underneath the item, and you'll see all the different options that you can get and purchase that particular logo on. If the computer's running slow today. Can somebody put a stick of dynamite in its butt or something? And really any of the items that you have there. In some shirts, we have multiple colors. Most of the items, if you can go back to the laptop, please. What's that? No, I know. So this one we only put out there in black, but check it out, folks. $20 for the T-shirt. Hit the drop down, the arrow button. Look at all the different items you can get this logo on. Long sleeve, you get a kid. Listen, put this on your kid's onesie. Are you kidding me? Put it on your onesie. V-neck shirt, tanks, hoodie, anything that you need. And this is the same for all of our items. You can get all of that. Now, the cost may be different per item.
Yeah.
So the $20 is just for the regular T-shirt there. There's just the logo. So check it out, please. And also, we still do have on our website, we are still raising money for the Nevada Coalition for Suicide Prevention. We have those shirts still on our website where 100% of the proceeds, these 2 shirts right here, Eat, Sleep, Repeat, with wrestling, Eat, Sleep, Watch Wrestling, Repeat, and Eat, Sleep, Sell Cars, Repeat, hashtag got Garthed. 100% of the 100% of the proceeds will go to the Nevada Coalition for Suicide Prevention. Straight out of TCA we have, of course, you want to be a bell ringer, we have that one happening. Here's one, a lot of people's favorites, the Chiefs Rant. Thoughts Count Anywhere in T-shirt. Oh, my goodness. What is that? How did that sneak in there? Jeez. Oh, let my voice speak to you.
I was told to.
You were told. Somebody wrote a book around here. Followed that by my shirt. Thank you. By the way, I'm going to say this again. These guys, without me knowing, was I on vacation or something? No, something. I was out of the...
Yeah.
About what?
The shirt that is on our screen right now, the Acknowledge Me T-shirt for me.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, you guys did that while I was away, and I was just one day flipping through the site, and I'm like, what?
I still gotta fix that.
What's that?
We took.
I wanted to put like the old school microphone somewhere on.
Oh yeah, that would be
instead
cool.
of like Roman's logo.
Oh, that would be cool.
We had executive privilege that day.
Oh, absolutely.
You were outvoted.
I
2 to
I got
0.
creative
2 to 0. I
freedom
wasn't
and control of the website.
That's true. He has total control. He can do whatever he wants. I mean, and we do have
Man, don't tell no one that.
and we do have a couple more. And by the way, here's Matt's. This is also relatively
Yep.
new on Story Time with Matt, which we're going to rotate into here momentarily. So please, folks, check it out. ThoughtsCountanywhere.com. Hit the shop tag. Yeah. Were you? I showed
We
it
not
already.
talked about like for 5 minutes.
Like 5 minutes ago.
Hey, Will, have a great day and say hi to Jerry Lawler for me, will you, brother? I appreciate that. Mr. William Hudson is on his way to go see Jerry Lawler today.
Right on. Desert Shark is watching us right now on the YouTube live feed. That's pretty cool.
My sister's in the chat room here, Miss
Uh-oh.
Brandy. She's here.
Yeah. Oh, she is? Well,
Yep.
good. I thought she was cashing out to grab some shut-eye.
Moment, no, she's working.
Oh, she's at work. I'm
She's
sorry.
at work.
I misunderstood.
So we can't
Good morning,
talk,
Brandy.
We can't talk too loud because her bosses might.
Yeah, we can't.
Don't say nothing.
We can't talk too loud.
Headphones are a hell of a thing.
Desert Shark wants us to remind the producer to drink his coffee.
He already had his donut.
By the way, he gave us breaking news before he went on the air today.
Yeah, he did.
Hulk Hogan and Andre the Giant will be
He
the main
stuck-
event
he
at
stuck his-
WrestleMania.
Stuck his finger in the donut. Call him Donut Hole.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, we didn't officially come up with a name.
Yeah,
right, did
haven't.
We had some names last week about our producer's formal name. We had a couple: Mr. Donut, Mr. Jelly, Finger, right? Like cousin thing or something.
Donut in the hole.
Donut in the hole. So I mean, we're got to still work. We need a competition. I'll tell you what. Whoever comes, this is what we're gonna do. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this right now because I have executive privilege because Chief said so.
Sure, why not?
So here's what we're gonna do. He just turned my mic off. That's okay. I can yell out. Well, here. So anybody in the chat room or on our Facebook page, okay, give us a name. Continue giving us names for our producer, and the three of us possibly will get Thomas to join us. Whoever gave us the winning name that we agree on, we will purchase one of our new shirts. You know, Chief watching Wrestling on Radio, or maybe one of the TCA shirts as a gift from us to that listener. How's that?
Sweet.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yes, Hulk Hogan was taken to the hospital yesterday. In all seriousness, about the Hulkster regarding some health issues. We know he also recently had surgery, didn't he? On the hip also or
I'm
something.
not sure. Will, if you see Hulk, you go down that way, you see Hulk, tell him we send our regards to him, please.
Exactly. Okay, so with that, let us segue into story time. It is now story time with Matt. Well, I gave you a
Second.
shout out a few minutes ago.
Have
story
another
time.
donut.
The
Man. We
enforcer.
need to get you
You
up
had
to
one
speed.
shot.
I don't really have like a specific story like
Thank God.
through the week, but St. Patrick's Day in itself was a nightmare.
Slanty.
The amount of crazy drunk people and fights and Metro and the marshals, it was just insane. And then about 1 o'clock in the morning, it turned into like The Walking Dead of people trying to get out of there as everyone was hammered. And the amount of green puke on Fremont Street was rather annoying. It looked like a leprechaun orgy around Fremont Street.
Do they do the old trick that they do down in New Orleans after Mardi Gras? They bring the fire hoses in and
No, they
Hose it
just
the
bring
hell
all the
down?
like. They got like them little Zamboni like street sweeper things.
Do they play the Drive the Zamboni song that they used to play in the hockey games when the Zamboni would come out when they do that?
They should, but they don't.
They don't. That would be pretty cool. All right. Hey, guess what? With all of that, that's not what I was talking about, but that's okay. There is a song when I used to go to the Wrangler games, and you know, every period they would select somebody.
It is baseball.
Okay, I like
season
that.
almost,
I like
but
that.
I know there was a baseball story. I had a baseball story that I had in mind yesterday.
You were going to the Wranglers game.
No, right, that was hockey. But when the winner would get on the Zamboni, there was always this song about the driving the Zamboni, Mr. Zamboni, or
I don't
something
know.
like that. I'm going to have to look it up. Someone knows it in our chat room. I know. Oh, Mr. Fingering Donuts needs more.
How was our producer from Canada and plays a baseball song?
Well, it's a charge. You can play that in any arena.
Yeah.
Texas has taken over, apparently.
Good morning, my favorite school teacher, Miss Jennifer McCord's looking in from
Yes,
Hawaii.
Jennifer, aloha, our friend. All right, we're about to step aside for our first break. It's been a quick opening segment.
Damn, we didn't even get
I
to
know
the-
we'll do that. I know. Listen, Scott Hall is an important guy. Takes up most of this first segment, which is okay.
I might be quieted out today.
Why?
Well,
You're not going to be quiet
We're
enough. Don't worry. I
behind.
got you. No, don't worry. I got you. I'm managing the time. I got you.
we're behind.
We're about to go to commercial. Please make sure you pay attention to the Planet Harvest Health commercial, our newest sponsor. They are offering a great opportunity to take advantage of their products for being part of the TCA universe. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit hey, all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. the Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
Introducing everyone's arch nemesis, the struggle of the strain, the impurity of immunity, the throb of the job. He is past pain, anxiety, stress, tension. Introducing in your corner, don't pay for the hype for the packaging or the marketing. Quality is the only thing you should pay for. They are Planet Harvest Health. Fight off your nemesis using premium, handcrafted hemp wellness alternatives. Boost, workout, recover, relax, sleep, focus, repeat, and more. Planet Harvest Health is dedicated to creating affordable CBD products like gummies, lotions, recovery salve, and hemp seasoning blends and rubs. Visit planetharvesthealth.com/TCA now for a limited time offer. And that's the bottom line because Aaron Phillips said so.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere. Coming to you from the Las Vegas City of Entertainment. Go Live Vegas. We had a caller call in during the break, so hopefully that caller will call back in. Thomas, I apologize. I didn't get much going with you in that first segment. I had to do a lot of promos to sell shirts, man.
It's good.
So you're going to have to.
It's all good.
I was going to say, you're going to have to buy some more shirts.
I'm going to have to.
Okay, let me get your take on our first rumor. I Hear Voices is now underway.
Ding, ding, ding.
Rumor is the headliner for the Hall of Fame for next year is Batista. Your thoughts on now? He was supposed to go last year.
Last year, but he
Didn't
pulled
happen.
out.
So talk about that. What's your thoughts on Batista getting to the Hall of Fame in L.A.?
He deserves it. The headliner for years. One of the last big stars they made the slow way, and it'll be good for him.
Okay, Chief.
I think there's other people that need to go in before Batista.
Such as
Demolition.
there you go. There's a softball.
Rick Martel.
Okay.
You want more? I'll give you more.
You're right on. There are. Yeah, give us a couple more names. Throw them out there.
Tatanka.
Okay. Who else? Give me one more.
Charmel.
You said that. You said Matt wants Charmel to go in, folks.
Well,
just so you know.
he's got his wish this year.
I'm just trying to set everybody off because that's the most ridiculous shit I have heard all week.
I totally agree. Yeah. Now, is it to appease Booker T? Because somebody mentioned his contract is coming up.
It has to be.
Has to be.
I have no
has
idea.
to.
I have no idea.
You know,
There's no other reason for it.
I mean, because she won a beauty pageant, years and years
In like
and years
the
ago.
70s, maybe?
And then she was a dancer. She was a Nitro girl, right?
In the
for a while.
80s?
Yes.
And then she never wrestled in the ring. And then she got in front of the camera when she came to WWE right after Booker won King of the Ring, right?
Yeah.
And she became Queen Charmel.
Yep.
So I don't get it at all.
Nobody does.
I say his contract is up, and he's like, please don't go to AEW. Please don't go. We'll do anything. We'll even put your wife in the Hall of Fame. It's either that or they have to meet some kind of quota. And I'll leave it at that. Use your imagination.
Of female Hall of Famers.
Something like that.
Right. Okay. Hi, Brandy. 702-329-6947. Give us your thoughts on Charmel going into the Hall of Fame. All right, next one. Rumor is AEW is trying to sign Bret. Huh? Oh, we have a caller. Hello, caller. Thank you for calling. What's going on? I know who this is, so I don't want to steal any of the thunder. It's all yours.
You don't need to summon me for anything.
No, that's right. What's up, Desert Shark?
What's up, guys?
What's up?
I was supposed to go to California for Double or Nothing weekend. I was gonna miss that whole AEW weekend. But I don't like bringing like wrestling writers like favorite words. But do we know Dave Meltzer's favorite word?
Dave Meltzer's favorite word.
Who the hell's Dave Meltzer? He ain't got nothing
Wrestling
on us.
Observer newsletter guy that he brings up all
ain't
the
got
news.
he ain't got nothing on us. What are you bringing him up on our show for?
Well, his favorite word is called. Hold on.
What?
His favorite word is called plans changed, and you'll see Desert Shark at Double or Nothing weekend.
Oh, so you're not going out there, huh?
No.
Did you change?
Would you like to tell us why? Since you bringing all this other shit up?
I don't want to.
Okay, never mind.
Never mind. Because it's family business.
Never
and
mind.
Family business is very private.
Never mind. Tell me later.
Yes, I'll tell you in a message.
I love you.
I assumed to miss like all AEW weekend. You just assumed you're bringing your booty call over to Vegas that weekend.
just like yours, Matt.
Hey, are you working?
It's already here.
Hey, are you working Double or Nothing weekend?
No.
You're off?
I'm not. I am off.
Good.
Remember, he was going to go away to California, and so he had to have off, and now he's not going, so he's staying. So.
My 3/4 half-heimer's kicked in. I forgot all that shit already. Woo. I'm just glad he's here.
Real quickly, Shark, give us your thoughts on Scott Hall.
So my favorite memory of Scott Hall, it was StarCast weekend. And I was in line waiting for Jerry Lawler and Jim Ross to get an autograph and picture with them.
Great
and just across the room, I see Scott Hall holding the Intercontinental title, and he's on a ladder. And then guess who just flies in just to go talk to him? And it's Britt Baker, and she climbs up on the ladder, and she's talking to Scott Hall right there. That was like that to me, I was like, holy crap, what is going on here?
Interesting.
So that's one of my favorite memories of Scott Hall.
There you go.
Well, that's pretty much like my only memory.
Well, it only takes one thing to be a memory, so at least you have that one for yourself, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Especially all the other names you put in there that were in that scenario. That's not a bad group of people that were part of
that room was. In that room was like a group of Hall of Famers in there. I was just mesmerized in there.
Gotcha. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, we're a bunch of Hall of Famers up here, dude, and we notice you follow us all the time, so that's a good thing.
I'm surprised they didn't have you, Aaron Phillips.
Oh,
yeah. They need to acknowledge you.
Well, start a campaign, dude. I got the T-shirt. It's all done from my guys here, so it doesn't take much.
I got you, fam. I got you.
All right, brother. Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, brother. Ryan puts into the chat room, as you see there on the screen, Charmel shouldn't go in when you have women like Victoria and Jazz still not in. Totally agree. We could probably come up with a list of at least 50 individuals that should be in the Hall of Fame.
Good morning, Brandy Merrick.
Yes.
Just so we know, we're knocking Charmel, okay?
Yeah, we are. I am.
Well, I don't care. I could give two shits.
I can write a list of every single person not in the Hall of Fame that's worthy, and she'd literally be on the fucking bottom.
But I just want to
turn the paper upside down.
I just want to go
even upside down. Use magic ink, and she's still on the bottom.
Charmel graduated from Spelman College with a dual degree in mathematics and biomedical engineering. Okay, she was...
For the record, this conversation is more screen time than Charmel's had in 20 years.
She became Miss Black America in college, and she was a professional wrestler, but while training in OVW, she tore her ACL, lateral meniscus, and joint capsule. So, just so you know, she was a wrestler.
Well, she did have, a couple matches in TNA?
Oh, there's a message up there. It looks like it's coming in from YouTube from Willie B.
Hey, my man Willie, what's up, brother?
TCA are good peeps. I see they work with Jerry's kids. How happy is that kid to be on the show?
Wow.
Dude! I want to send Willie B a shirt.
Hell yeah. Hey, Willie, send us. That's got to be the best we've had in a while. Send us somehow.
Message us through
Yeah.
our website or private message with your address. I'll send you a shirt for that one. William Hudson says, I thought Jazz was already in the Hall of Fame. Can we confirm that with you guys with the keyboards and stuff?
Do you want the crack research staff?
Crack
Is that
research.
what you're talking?
Yes.
Google's a hell of a thing. Hold on a second.
He says maybe 2017.
He says, could you guys,
Well, but I got two of you
this
here.
freaking crack research
No, well,
staff,
but I got two
get
of you.
Let's get it right over there, jabroni.
Ryan says she was great as Queen Charmel, but that's it. I'll never forget that god-awful match in TNA with the Survivor Girl. Anyway, so you guys verify that so that we can clarify that.
What the hell did you want? What year she went in?
Is she in the
Is
Hall
she
of
in?
Fame? Jesus Christ. I think we need to replace our crack.
Wait a minute, let me write that down.
Write that down, will you? Willie B says, wait, he's not?
We don't need a 3/4 Halfheimer shirt. We need a I'm all the fucking way there.
100%. Straight out of, well, I don't want, that's a bad shirt.
She's not in the Hall of Fame.
Jazz is not in the Hall of Fame. All right, thank you. Brandy confirmed that. Matt's confirmed that. We appreciate it. Here we go.
Hey,
Desert.
who's Jazz married to? What's his
Rodney
name?
Mack.
That's it, Rodney Mack. Yep.
Mr. Jazz. Desert Shark puts in there Jenna Maraska versus Charmel. Victory Road 2009. Matt Mullen's favorite Charmel match in TNA.
I swear to God, I didn't even know she wrestled a match.
I didn't either, to be honest with you. All I remember is
Hey, let's go to the second.
I thought the only bump she ever took was the Booker T.
let me get us back on track here, man.
and that's the royal bump.
And that's how they ended up with kids.
Anyway, actually, I started
Will,
reading the
Willie,
second rumor.
Willie, you're not stupid, man. You're not stupid, brother. Don't ever say that.
No.
Don't ever put yourself down.
That was my favorite comment of like the year.
We have fun on here, man.
Absolutely.
And we make it a wrestling show. We have fun. Please, please, please do not. And this goes out to everyone, all of our fans.
I'm making that a shirt too.
Let me take it from these two clowns here every week, which I love. Do never, ever, ever put yourself down. Never.
We'll do it for you. I'm just kidding.
And I instead of 3/4 Halfheimer, I'm going to full Halfheimers
Leave it to the pros.
today.
Right? Leave it to the pros. We'll
Yes.
put you down. Don't worry about it.
Yes, indeedy.
Before Desert Shark called, I was reading the second rumor. Rumor is AEW is
about
trying to sign.
time.
Listen, this is the longest we've ever gone before even completing 2 bullet points
I know.
on our run sheet. Bret Hart. AEW wants to sign Bret Hart as he is teased by FTR and with the Owen Cup starting soon. He presented the heavyweight belt when it first came out.
Yeah, double or nothing.
So, isn't
Yeah,
he?
well,
I thought he already kind of had his toe dipped in the pool. Thank you, Brandy.
He's one of the he's in the Hall of Fame.
Rumor has it he's like the best there is, the
he-
best there was,
Maybe the best there ever will be.
and maybe the best there ever will be.
Is he's in the Hall of Fame, yeah?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, just
2000
check.
Right next to
Don't you
Queen
remember when he
Charmel
was
and
in the
Jazz.
when he was in the
No,
ring?
Jazz ain't in.
No.
He was in the ring with
Pending.
Natalia, and then the guy
Oh, that's
jumped
right.
into
The
Right.
guy attacked him.
Right.
He got his
Two-time Hall of Famer.
That's right.
got the shit beat out of him.
That's
too.
right.
Yeah, buddy. I remember that.
Jennifer is giving you a thumbs up for your wise words about using the word stupid. So
There you go. Thank you, my dear.
and that's not a stupid comment.
I appreciate it.
All right, we're going to get ready for the rant. I don't know.
Oh,
listen,
dear Lord.
and he's going to start. Listen, we're not going to start the 3-minute clock because I know you want to give an update on the rant from last week, unless that's part of it.
If
you have a separate rant?
If you need me to,
Well, no, we're all over the place. This run sheet right now means nothing.
Do the run sheet.
just I'll do my
Poor
thing.
Matt was bored yesterday. Put a great run sheet together. We've only gotten 2 items done in 30 minutes.
Never doing this again.
All right, it is bottom of the hour. It's time now for everybody's favorite segment, besides picking on everybody else. It is now time for the Chiefs rant.
That's right, Chief, and ain't easy. Hey, good morning, everybody. It is the Chief and the Chief's rant. My 3 minutes of fame is how many ever minutes I won.
Well, let's not get crazy.
All right. Anyway, I want to do a follow-up. We had a pretty lengthy segment on the Chief's rant and follow-on. Just to bring you up to speed. Clark County School District, Desert Oasis High School, a follow-up from 2 fights last week. Young man charged carrying a firearm to school this week, was charged, taken away to jail. Hopefully, I'm going to see what the hell I can do. I want to see him charged as a damn adult and tried. Let's make the first example. This is the chief talking. This isn't TCA talking now. This is me talking. I want to see him prosecuted to the full extent of the law. So that's that. Now, to go on to the rest of my rant. We lost a great one this week, Mr. Scott Hall. We've lost a lot of quality wrestlers this year. We were talking about something a little earlier, Hall of Fame. And I mentioned a few names that I feel need to go into the Hall of Fame. And I don't like to see wrestlers go into the Hall of Fame posthumously. Did I pronounce that right?
Right on target.
Thank you.
You practiced.
No, I glued my teeth in today. So.
I was hoping a teeth comment would be coming.
Yes.
Then I got it.
You want me to take them out?
No, they're glued in. I don't want to. They're glued in.
Too early for that.
That's second.
Where's
hour.
Otto?
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't, and I have to agree. I don't see why certain people are going into the Hall of Fame this year. When there's quality wrestlers who should be in there that aren't. And I'm not going to holler about it. It's just the way it is. There's, Vince McMahon owns a lot of libraries now. Might consider some of the wrestlers that aren't WWE wrestlers to go into the Hall of Fame now. One of the best announcers that I've ever heard, Bob Caudle, out of the NWA territories. We put Jim Ross in. Hey, maybe we put another announcer in. And I'm going to leave it at that this week. You're getting there. You're not there yet.
In my own mind.
You're getting there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it at that so we can get on with some wrestling. That's the Chiefs rant this week.
All right, there you have it. The topic last week with the CCSD, I got to tell you, we went for like 30 minutes last week, and great interaction. I want to thank everybody that was part of that. It was probably one of the best non-wrestling segments we've done because everybody spoke with passion about it last week. And not that we don't talk about wrestling with passion, but we thought it was very good.
I do have one other thing.
Okay.
The Las Vegas Silverhawks did win their first game last night.
All right.
22-9.
Nighthawks.
Nighthawks.
I don't care.
Silver Nighthawks.
Some Hawks.
Brandy Merrick puts in our chat room, if you're man enough to carry a gun, especially in school, you should be man enough to be charged like an adult too. Love it. Okay.
Thank you, dear.
Let's go down some bullet points under the WWE report.
Where are we at?
Nowhere yet.
Okay.
We're on the piece of paper.
Now, is he, isn't he? Will he? Cody Rhodes. Is he signed? Is he not signed? Will he be at WrestleMania? Will he not be at WrestleMania? Rumor has it he is signed. He signed maybe, according to this, 7 to 10, 14 days ago. Why? What do you think, guys, is going on? Why we've not seen Cody Rhodes in front of a camera yet?
Good question.
That's why I ask him.
Yeah.
I'll believe it when I see him in the wrestling ring. Not before and not after.
Okay.
They just wanted to get this set program out of the way with the tag titles.
You want to get him set for the tag titles?
No, they wanted to get past the tag titles.
Oh, gotcha. Past the tag titles? Go ahead.
I want Seth to continue this thing on Raw for a couple weeks. He doesn't know who his WrestleMania opponent is, and he comes out at WrestleMania and be like, God damn it, I'm not going to miss this show. And then Cody Rhodes comes out.
There you go.
I don't want to see his face until WrestleMania.
I like that idea.
That's why I have a damn podcast.
Why do you think?
Damn it!
I know things, damn.
Why do you think I said I'll believe it when I see him in the ring? That's what it boils down to. When he's in the ring, then we believe it. Not until then.
We need a Ron Simmons. Damn. Drop.
Should we
That's
have the
what I need.
over-under of how long before the Stardust gimmick comes out within the year? I say he's got to at least do it on freaking Halloween, just because. Halloween falls on Raw, too.
I would give that a possibility as a jab, but
Even though I've legit drove him around a whole day, and he legit left that company for that gimmick.
Right. Yeah, so I would say maybe as a spoof one day, but I think he's too far. With what he had accomplished through AEW, it would be a huge... People say it's a huge step back going back to the WWE, and I'm not too sure. I don't disagree with that. However, I think he's got to continue moving forward as Cody, the Nightmare, the American Nightmare, whatever he's got control of, name-wise, and stay where he is, in my opinion.
He will be WWE champion inside 6 months.
You know, the one thing I'm glad nobody's brought up or nobody's talked about that I've seen. Everybody's talking about Cody going WWE, which I'm very happy for. I don't care. I don't want to know why he left AEW.
Right.
He left AEW for a reason. If it's personal with the other fellas behind the stage, that's personal. I don't want to know why. I'm just, he left. He's going to show up WWE evidently sometime. Well, you know what? When he's in the ring, I believe it.
All about the money. That's why he left. All about the money.
I want to share. I have to digress back to a comment in the chat room. I don't know if it went up or not
What's
yet.
digress mean?
Going backwards.
Oh, okay.
Our good friend William Hudson from Top Rope Collectibles.
My man Will.
He'd like to, and this is a great point, and we've kind of overlooked this. I'd like to make one point. Obviously, I do a lot of networking on social media. Something I haven't seen much of is any comments about Kevin Nash. If anyone needs thoughts and prayers right now, it's him. A broken heart adds stress that is extremely challenging to get through.
Definitely.
And the post that Nash put out there immediately upon the passing of Nash was absolutely tremendously well worded from the heart. Obviously, I mean it was his brother, without the blood relation. He's part of the Hall family in a way, but yet a different part of the family. I think the post just went up now on your screen.
Yep.
And it's a great point. We obviously want to send our thoughts and prayers to the Scott Hall family, but his work family, his number one brother, his close-knit guy, Kevin Nash.
Clique, the Shawn Michaels, the
whole
Triple H's.
thing. Yeah.
X-Pac.
Great point, William. You think about a guy like Kevin Nash, who I met and had an opportunity to chat with at Unicon. The guy may be big, but he still has a heart the size of most humans, and stress and heartbreak. Spouses die short from each other because the one who's left behind literally dies from heartbreak to join their spouse. So stress and all of that and the heartbreak is something that is viable. And William, thank you for pointing that out. And absolutely. So post some comments to Kevin Nash's pages and just, keep him in your thoughts and prayers as well as the rest of the Hall family. But I think that's a great point.
Agreed. You also got to worry about Waltman with his passed up as a
Yeah.
loose
Yeah, Waltman also, yeah. Absolutely. Chief, you look like you're trying to put some thoughts together.
Trying is a key word.
I was just thinking Mr. Nash is a graduate of, he's a Tennessee volunteer like I am. And, it's going to be hard for the clique, period. All of them, We see, and we had the privilege, all of us have met him at Unicon this past year. Some of us have had the privilege of meeting them other places and chatting with them and seeing, that they're the facade of being a professional wrestler, but also being a real person. And I would say that Kevin and X-Pac and Shawn and Triple H, they're all probably having a hard time right now dealing with the death of Scott. And, it's, we try to put a facade on here too sometimes, and just pulled me back into reality that Scott's not with us anymore. And we're not going to be able to go to a WrestleCon or a wrestling program or a wrestling show and see him anymore. So my suggestion is when we see professional wrestlers, say thank you for entertaining us with professional wrestling.
Absolutely, and that was the one thing I said to Scott. I said, thank you for all the years of enjoyment when I met him at Unicon. That's all I said to him. I want to acknowledge a good friend of mine, Jeff Bearden, wrestled under the name of the Giant Warrior. He's in the chat room. He's now living in Florida. Actually, I did a show with him on the local Fox Sports affiliate here, and we actually did a show called The Good Guys of Pro Wrestling. And we come up with that name purposely. We used Scott Hall's words, and at the end of the show, we played the soundbite of when he would win. He would always kind of say something like, "Here's a win for the good guys," and he call him right on cue. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to welcome a good friend of mine, Jeff. I need you to turn the volume down in the background if you don't mind, sir. Jeff Bearden wrestled under the name of the Giant Warrior and was co-host with me on a show a few years back called The Good Guys of Pro Wrestling, and we used Scott Hall's little tagline, "Hey, yo, that's one for the good guys." At the end of the show, Jeff just posted in the chat room that he enjoyed working with him in the ring as well, and I asked Jeff to call us with some thoughts and his experiences. Jeff, buddy, how are you, my friend?
Doing well.
You sound good, my friend.
Yeah, feeling pretty good these days.
Good, good. I know Brittany's keeping you in line, though, right?
That's true.
I know that, right? Jeff,
The one person in the world I'm afraid of.
That's it. And I have to let the world know she only comes up to what? Your waistline, right? Because you're 7'2".
Yeah, she comes up the middle of my chest.
There you go. There you go. Jeff, share us a little bit of your thoughts on the passing of Scott Hall, your experiences with him. You've been in the ring with him. None of us can say that. Share some stuff with us regarding your time with Scott.
Yeah, it was a horrible thing to hear. Scott was such a great guy and stuff. I mean, I haven't seen a lot of Scott in the last, 10, 15 years and stuff, but we worked a lot together in Puerto Rico back in the early 90s. And I've had Scott as a tag partner. I've had Scott as an opponent. And it was always a pleasure with him. So it's a great loss to the wrestling world, losing Scott.
So when he went on to WWE and stuff, what was your favorite Scott Hall moment that you saw on TV or in a pay-per-view? Give us some thoughts on some of the things you saw Scott do that just kind of said, "Wow," for you.
I love the vignettes when they were first bringing him in. With the real heavy Scarface accent
Right.
that he was using and stuff. But I mean, probably the thing with Scott that would stand up is probably that ladder match he had with Shawn.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably the match and stuff that stands out the most and stuff that Scott had. And
Yeah.
I mean, for a big guy to be doing the stuff that he was doing in that match was amazing.
Yeah, and we've actually gotten a couple of comments from folks on that match as being something that that they remember as well for a huge Scott Hall moment. Gentlemen, do you have any questions for Jeff regarding Scott, his time in wrestling? He wrestled under the Giant Warrior. He's also a member of a couple Hall of Fames. Jeff, why don't you give us some of your credentials so my guys here can understand how important you are?
Oh, I'm only important in mine and your mind.
Well, that's okay. That's all that's important.
Well, hey Jeff, this is Chief, and I'm going to let the fans know a little bit of tidbit. Jeff was trained by Captain Redneck, Dick Murdoch, and Dory Funk Jr. out of Amarillo, Texas. So here's my question to you. Did you ever wrestle down in the territory that Bill Watts Mid-South. Did you ever wrestle down there at all?
No, Crockett had already bought Mid-South and was buying, Kansas City territory, the Florida territory. My first matches were with Jim Crockett Promotions.
Okay. But I'm going to tell you what, you got two hell of a trainers, my friend. They're
Yes, I did.
Two of the best in the business.
Now, you also wrestled over in Japan, if memory serves, right?
Yes.
What was
I
their...
worked I did some tours with All Japan. I did one tour with FMW.
Did you wrestle Corrigan Hall?
Yes.
Yeah, I've
So-
been there once or twice.
What was the fans' reaction in Japan to seeing a 7-footer walk into the ring to perform? Because obviously they probably don't see a whole lot of big guys like you were, other than like an Andre when he would wrestle there and whatnot. But what was their reaction to you as a big guy? Because they're used to the high flying kind of stuff. A lot of technical wrestling. Not that you were not a technical wrestler, but you were a big guy and you used your strength more so than anything. What was their take on you when you wrestled there?
It was, funny enough, my first time to Japan, I was in what some people have called probably the tallest tag team match.
Giant Baba?
Because it was Giant Baba and Andre the Giant against myself and Skywalker Nitron, who is now acting and stuff, as Tyler Main.
Ah.
So we had two guys that were about 6'10" and two guys that were about 7'1".
Yeah.
And a rather reinforced ring, I'm sure.
Well, if I remember right, Jeff, I think Giant Baba owned one of the wrestling organizations over in Japan, if I'm not mistaken. All Japan, was it?
Correct.
Right on. So I also want to mention that Jeff was kind enough to write the opening forward in my book, Let My Voice Speak to You. He was kind enough. I mean, he wrote it just the way I asked him to. That was pretty cool. But no, I'm only kidding. But Jeff was kind enough to put the forward into my book, and I greatly appreciate that. So what you been up to these days? What's going on down there? Are you doing speaking? What's going on?
I actually talked to you about books and stuff. I'm just finishing up mine.
Yeah. Can't wait to get it.
It should be out 1st of January. 1st of June. I'm sorry.
Wrestling book?
Yes.
Who's
my crazy 30 years in the business?
Who's publishing it for you?
Clarence Publishing.
Okay.
Is there going to be like at least 2 sentences in there about our show, Good Guys at Pro Wrestling?
God, now that it's been done, I can't remember. I don't think I even remember.
Can you do me one favor and spell Aaron's name wrong?
Yes.
Yeah.
It'd be delightful.
Hey, Jeff, you can claim my 3/4 Halfheimers right now, buddy. No problem.
Hey, Jeff, I got to ask you. We need a footnote. I need to get this to Britt, and unfortunately, in my book, I made my partner Matt here. Unfortunately, I missed the spell check. I got his last name spelled wrong in the book. I got to make sure we fix that in the next edition.
Yeah.
We'll let her know.
Let her know, because and then I got to add pictures in the second book too. I think it'll be a better picture book, less to read.
You're gonna put my toy in there.
Yeah, we're gonna put a picture of Chief's toy in there as well. Listen, buddy, appreciate you taking a few minutes with us this morning, sharing your thoughts on Scott and your experience with him. Always fun to talk wrestling with you, and hey, you know I love you, and just stay healthy and keep doing your thing down there.
I will do that. Thanks for having me on the show, guys.
Hey, please
all right, Jeff.
Keep listening to us, and if you need to call in and correct us, which happens a lot, by all means.
Right on. Thank you, my brother.
All right, buddy. Take care of yourself.
All right, we'll talk soon. Jeff Bearden, the Giant Warrior, 30 years of pro wrestling, including spending time in the ring with Scott Hall. I mean, he can talk from those experiences. None of us can.
Nope.
And that's a great perspective. All right, we're a little late for our second break of the first hour. Before we go to the top of the hour break, so we're going to step aside for a quick break now, wrap up the first hour before we get hour number 2 underway. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Fatu. I'm here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere. This is the essential character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere, the podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Castaus, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy. This is Impact Wrestling's
Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Bavaria. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? Is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
Introducing everyone's arch nemesis, the struggle of the strain, the impurity of immunity, the throb of the job. He is past pain, anxiety, stress, tension. Introducing in your corner, don't pay for the hype for the packaging or the marketing. Quality is the only thing you should pay for. They are Planet Harvest Health. Fight off your nemesis using premium, handcrafted hemp wellness alternatives. Boost, workout, recover, relax, sleep, focus, repeat, and more. Planet Harvest Health is dedicated to creating affordable CBD products like gummies, lotions, recovery salve, and hemp seasoning blends and rubs. Visit planetharvesthealth.com/TCA now for a limited time offer. And that's the bottom line, because Aaron Phillips said so. All right, welcome back to Thoughts Count Anywhere as we wrap up hour number 1. We're going to bullet point some headlines here real quickly before we go into our top of the hour transition. First of all, let's see. Batista thinks Rhea Ripley is copying his entrance with the foot stomp.
That is freaking ridiculous.
Not even close.
Batista can't carry Rhea Ripley's thong.
Roxy and Bianca Corelli, Santino's daughter, have officially signed with WWE. They signed 14 this past week. Yeah. Correct? So that's a big class.
Congratulations to all 14 of them.
Absolutely.
I hope you make it. Stay in NXT. Don't go to the main roster.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations to Roxy and the other 13.
Because the Chiefs said so.
People that might not make it on television.
By the way, I want to mention that as you're seeing our screens right now, for those of you that are watching, you'll see a QR code to our sponsor. So please click on that during the show, during a playback, whatever you'd like, and it'll take you right to our website. If you click on it, you will get a discount off of product. You'll get I think it's 25% discount off product and VIP shipping, which means it will cost nothing if you order over $60 worth of product. They will ship it to you at no cost. So please click on that QR code. Shan, we'll get to that in a little bit. I think that's a great point regarding control your narrative.
That's a very good point.
Let's see, real quickly. Undertaker believes that Michelle McCool deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. And I'll couple that with the fact that The Undertaker turned down the Hall of Fame in 2015, which I did not know. Did you guys know that?
I think it was when originally was going to retire.
Who?
But he changed The Undertaker.
You know, a guy, Mark Calloway, somebody that's been around for a few hours.
If you say Mark Calloway, I know exactly who you mean.
Been a thing. He's been a thing.
The only person on this planet that would really not know him by The Undertaker.
That's the brother of. That's the brother of.
What? Who's the Undertaker?
That's the brother of the mayor of Knoxville.
That's right. That's right.
And don't you forget that.
Absolutely. Absolutely not. Let's see. Steve Austin confirms he's getting back into ring shape. Now, Big E posted an updated video of him out walking around.
Yeah.
There are some people, some medical professional people that I've been reading, they think regardless, even though he's not having surgery to repair anything, it's just going to be PT and rehab for like 3-4 months maybe, that he really should consider retiring because one of the cracks, I don't know if it was C1 or C6, is so close to the top of the spine.
That would be C1.
C1, then he's really risking life-threatening injuries if he breaks it.
That is like
down.
the top of like your spine.
The C1, is that why it's 1?
Yeah.
I would think.
You go to a chiropractor. How do you not know?
I haven't gone in a while. I forgot.
I would hope that Dr. Andrews has a very good talk with him about options and facts of life.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
You know,
Trish Stratus is open to one more title run in WWE.
I'm for it.
take my money.
I don't want to see that.
Take
What?
my money.
Why?
After I saw like the
Because-
face off of her and Britt Baker, I want to see Trish Stratus go to AEW.
He likes Charmel.
Said literally no one ever.
Well, except Booker T.
Take my
Some days.
money.
Let's see. Gable Stevenson set to compete for a second NCAA wrestling championship. I didn't realize he was still wrestling for the NCAA championships, even though he's under contract. That's weird. I didn't realize that.
Just like Steve Dr. Death Williams, he wrestled for Bill Watts down in Mid-South, but when it was wrestling season, he wrestled at Oklahoma.
Okay. Did not know that.
That's why I educate
That's
you.
why you're the educator. Thoughts go
Heard
out
it
to
on the radio.
Yes, I did.
in Morse code.
With
Smoke signals.
With a sundial.
Speaking of thoughts and prayers and well wishes, Ricardo Rodriguez enters rehab to help with the alcohol issue. I did not know that he was entering, so I guess that's news.
He announced it. I think he announced it yesterday on Twitter that he was going back to rehab.
Okay.
Yeah, he's a good dude. Hopefully he gets the help he needs. And
We've had him as a guest here in the past, as well as meeting with him over at the mall.
Did he?
Yeah.
He relapse?
apparently.
I
He
guess.
said he said he did. Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey,
I don't think
my
you go to
bro-
rehab for the meals.
I'll tell you what. The one I went.
White Castle.
The one I went to had pretty damn good meals.
Well, there you
go. And I'm
So that's where our tax money goes.
and I'm speaking from experience.
All right, real quickly, I want to blitz through these quickly before we go to the top of the hour.
Hit
WWE
it.
announced a surprise guest for an Access panel after night 2 at 10:30 p.m.
Jimmy Boogie Woogie Valiant.
At that hour, it could be anybody. Logan Paul.
Cody Rhodes. It's got to be Cody.
Cody,
Rhodes.
well, by that point, he would have, after he's debuted. right?
Stardust.
Logan Paul thinks there's a future for him in WWE, and he also believes he'll do better than Bad Bunny in the ring.
Stay in Cleveland.
No and no.
Stay in.
I remember we saw him at like San Diego Comic-Con. He was dating Chloe Bennett at the time from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yes.
So he kept going up to her, and like all these girls were like losing their mind over him, and we're all like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Chloe Bennett's right here."
Actress. She was on.
She was on a TV show.
She was on
It wasn't on the radio. You'll
Was it?
figure it out
You
in
never
like
know.
30
That's
years.
right. WWE files food service trademark for Smackadillas. Is there another WWE restaurant in the future?
No.
Why?
Hopefully,
Who
and then
cares?
hopefully it's in Las Vegas.
20 years ago, yesterday, Brock Lesnar debuted for WWE. What has been your favorite Brock memory or match so far?
The picture of him and his daughter.
On that note, that ends it for hour number one.
If that door comes slamming open, I am freaking hiding behind that curtain.
You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. Hopefully, we'll be
That
back
was
with hour
got
number
some
two.
strong jeans, though.
That was pretty damn good, wasn't it?
We'll be right back.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
Introducing everyone's arch nemesis, the struggle of the strain, the impurity of immunity, the throb of the job. He is past pain, anxiety, stress, tension. Introducing in your corner, don't pay for the hype for the packaging or the marketing. Quality is the only thing you should pay for. They are Planet Harvest Health. Fight off your nemesis using premium, handcrafted hemp wellness alternatives. Boost, workout, recover, relax, sleep, focus, repeat, and more. Planet Harvest Health is dedicated to creating affordable CBD products like gummies, lotions, recovery salve, and hemp seasoning blends and rubs. Visit planetharvesthealth.com/TCA now for a limited time offer. And that's the bottom line because Aaron Phillips said so. All right, welcome back. Hour number 2, Thoughts Count Anywhere, opening up right now. Once again, our QR code for our good friends at Planet Harvest Health is right there on the screen. Click on it anytime during the live show or anytime you want to go back and replay it. You can certainly do that and take advantage of the option and the specials that they're providing to our fans. If you click on it, it'll take you right to a website. You will get, that's not what I want to see. There we go. You will receive a 25% off your total order using code TCA25. And any order over $60 will receive free priority shipping. So make sure you use TCA25 and take advantage of this offer now. Good morning. I don't know if it's a good morning, but I'll just say morning. Sin City Syndicate is in the chat room this morning.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay, let's go on to AEW and Indie and Impact and all the good stuff. Listen, the talk this past week was the main event Wednesday night on AEW Dynamite between Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker. Many people are calling it possibly the match of the year at this point. For those who don't know, and if you don't know yet, I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil it for you, that we have a new women's champion. Thunder Rosa defeated Britt Baker. Now, that story, that match followed up a year worth of storytelling, which is something we've all agreed has been lacking with WWE, similar to the way Adam Page chased basically Kenny Omega for nearly 2 years before he got the belt. But Thunder Rosa finally got the belt. He has become champion. And good for her. It's bad for Britt, but good for her.
Does Britt Baker go with Adam Page now and they start a faction?
You mean Adam Cole?
Or Adam Cole? Yeah.
Probably.
That would make sense.
I just hope Britt Baker gets the rematch in Vegas so I can watch her win it live.
Would they start the faction that quickly? Because doesn't she's going to go back after the title? She wants her title back. Does AEW believe in a 30-day, clause to go back for the rematch clause?
Or let me ask you another question: does her and Paige Van Zandt get into it?
I think that's safe for Ty Conti right now.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm just throwing things out there.
One of them will stick sometime.
I know.
Like spaghetti to a wall.
Hey.
Hardys also made their debut on Dynamite.
Yeah.
Old school Hardys. They old, the old ring gear and everything.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. I don't know how many people realize this. When Jeff Hardy came out, he was wearing the exact gear that's on his last WWE wrestling figure.
Yes.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize that. Desert Shark says make Britt Baker go after the TBS champion.
That'd be a good match too.
But isn't that a step down from the? I mean, that's like going.
Well,
what's your world? You're going for the.
Yeah, it is a step down.
I agree it's a step down.
Right?
Huh? Go ahead.
I agree it's a step down. And they're both heels right now.
That'd be a good match, though.
Even if the belt's a step down, wouldn't it be a step up to beat somebody that's like 31-0? It's like the female Goldberg pretty much right now.
Well, that was the question I was going to ask. Is she going after Goldberg's record?
No, she ain't going to get that far.
No, I don't think Tony Khan's even thinking that far ahead.
He needs me on his creative writing team. So that's what I'm thinking.
Who knows?
Never know. I could see it. That'd be a good match, though.
Well, Brett would carry her, yeah.
Or does Io Shirai go after? Is that who's the who's the Japanese wrestler there? Sheeta? Yeah, does she go after? Maybe she goes after.
After her program.
After Cargill.
Well, after her program with Serena's over, yeah.
Now, okay. I got my opinions of Serena,
So let's go to the Hardys for a second.
Talk to me.
So they made their debut.
Yes. Wearing their old gear.
Wearing their old gear. Huge pop. They've come to the aid of Sting and Darby Allin now a couple of weeks in a row, and I believe it was just announced yesterday that there's going to be an 8-man special tag when they come out here.
Yes.
What's the direction for them? They don't need any more titles per se. We know this. Wrestlers have gotten over in the past without putting a belt on their waist. Roddy Piper, people like that. Do the Hardy Boys really need another tag title run in AEW to cement a legacy that I think is pretty well cemented? So I open that up for conversation.
Just so they can say they've won it in like every organization they've ever been in. I'm sure they're going to win it at least once.
Okay.
Yeah, they'll win it at least once.
That would be like the ultimate Grand Slam champions if you win it.
Yeah.
In all the major promotions.
It'll be like the Dudleys and the Road Warriors and the Steiners winning it at every promotion they went to.
That's a good point. But Jeff looked great.
I know things.
I know that. He looked great. Getting them back together looked great. From what I saw, Matt looked like, he's 20 years younger now that he's, wrestling with his brother again. So they look great. I think it's great for AEW. I think it's great for Hardy Boys and their fans. I think we'd all agree that both of them were not handled well when they made their return at WrestleMania a few years back. And it just sucked the way that we know WWE treats certain performers.
Isn't it funny that you asked me about who I thought give you some names for the Hall of Fame?
Mm-hmm.
Why aren't the Hardy Boys in there?
Well, they're still active. I'd rather see
So
wrestlers
what?
who are not active.
There's other ones that went in that have gone into the Hall of Fame that have been
Well,
active.
Jeff
What the
turned-
hell's the difference?
Jeff turned it down.
Well,
And Matt
let
was
me
in,
read
That's true.
something.
Jeff
And
did
Matt-
turn it down. You're
and
right.
Matt was in AEW. What,
Let me read something right here.
Hey, Chief, Carlos wants to know.
Jim Ross explains why Vince McMahon won't induct the Hardy Boys. What's best for business?
Because they're in the rival promotion?
Well, maybe now, but they could. But when they were in the WWE before, Vince McMahon could have put them in the Hall of Fame. Chose not to.
Could have, but they were both active. They've only put like one active person in the Hall of Fame, and he retired the next day.
Well, I think if I remember right, when Shawn Michaels went in, he was active. When Triple H
no,
went in,
Shawn
had a match. He was an active wrestler.
He retired the next day, like I just
like
said.
Triple H. Triple H went in. He was an active wrestler.
He went
had
as a
match,
faction, though.
Had a match, then retired.
But Triple H
Okay.
hasn't officially retired
So-
technically, but he went in as a
So
faction, though.
we're
He hasn't
ta-
gone in
we're-
individually,
We're,
has he?
we're talking. We're talking
You can get louder. You're still
minuscule. We're talking minuscule.
Has Triple H
All
gone
right?
in? Seriously, I'm
No,
asking this
he
because I
hasn't.
don't know.
Not yet.
Triple H but he went in as an organization. I think a
Yes.
faction.
Yeah, he went with DX.
Right. I think as a faction, maybe, and I'm just putting
But-
this out there,
But
may
he
have a
went
little
in-
different consideration
But he
than
went
an
into
individual.
the Hall of Fame.
Well, he's not.
Bottom
a-
line,
as a faction.
He went in. Bottom line, he went into the Hall of Fame.
Okay, so what did I miss with Shawn Michaels?
What the hell's the difference?
What did I miss with Shawn
What
Michaels?
the
Like
hell's
I said,
wait,
you can yell
wait.
all you want. You're still wrong.
What the hell's the difference? They went into the Hall of Fame.
Yes, but we're
Okay.
talking about active.
Okay, so what? They're
Shawn,
active.
Shawn wasn't active when he went in the Hall of Fame. He went in the year after he lost to Taker.
The only person that was like active was
Go ahead. Let's go to something else. Let's go to next.
that L's hard.
No,
to
I'm
next
gonna,
topic.
I'm going to share two comments that are in the chat room. One is a comment, one's a question. Carlos would like to know what Chief's opinion about Serena is. And then Jacob puts in there, having a one-off match or part-time schedule isn't the same as being a regular competitor. That's his opinion as well.
Yeah.
And
I appreciate your comment, Jacob.
and I'm a proponent, just like baseball, football, and everything else. If you're going to get into Hall of Fame, you should not be an active participant. If you're coming back for a one-off for something, I don't know, maybe that breaks that rule. But just like all the other sports, once you're retired, that's the time I think Hall of Fame
the
consideration
only
should be given. But
active
that's just
person
me.
in the Hall of Fame is Edge.
That's true. That's
Yeah.
it. And he came back though, but he was put in while he was retired. You're
Yeah.
right. Okay, so they want to hear your opinion about Serena, sir.
I think Serena is not getting the proper push from AEW. Her talents are unbelievable. She's been a professional wrestler for years, and if they really gave her the match that she deserves, she could embarrass the rest of the women in the wrestling business. I would love to see Serena Deeb wrestle Charlotte Flair myself. I think they're the two best in the business.
There you go. Thank you, Carlos, for asking. Great question. Where did I want to go to? I just saw this over here.
Next topic.
Chris Jericho's new group call themselves Sports Entertainers and want to take out the pro wrestlers. What is it? The Jericho Appreciation Club or something?
Society.
Society Club. You say tomato, I say tomato. What are your thoughts?
No.
It's just a storyline hook. That's all it
Yeah.
really
He
is.
should be in the Hall of Fame. God damn it!
Oh, and Jacob brings up another one, Goldberg. But do we really consider him a full timer like we're comparing? I don't.
No,
but yes,
Goldberg's
he
not a
was.
full-timer,
But he was
no.
put in when he was retired before
Yeah.
he came back. But I listen. It's splitting hairs on when a Hall of Famer should go in. Again, my opinion only. is, quite frankly, is that when you're done in the sport, whether it's baseball, football, basketball, hockey, tiddlywinks, or whatever, cornrows. No, what's that corn thing that they throw the beanbag? Right, cornhole. That's when someone should be recognized for all their accomplishments. But that's just me. That's so. All right. So what? I mean, Jericho going after wrestlers versus the sports entertainers.
It's just kind of funny that WWE is known as sports entertainment, and you get Jericho over in AEW trying to copyright sports entertainers.
He's just trying to get over, that's all.
It's working. He's over. I mean,
all right.
But that's all he's doing. You know, that's all they're doing. You know, it's not about the WWE, comment at all. It's about him and his faction getting over as bad guys now.
Yeah,
that's all it is.
There's a comment on the screen from a Twitter follower called The Godfather at Black Cyan 97. He says, "I won't speak on the Jeff Hardy situation because you all ain't going to like what I'm going to say." Well, Godfather, this is an open forum. We're not regulated by the FCC. Call us 702-329-6947. Press the number 1.
Just keep it.
We would love, just as long as you don't drop a ton of F-bombs or things, we just would love to hear what you have to say. Otherwise, our producer is going to be beeping he'll miss it, but every couple of seconds.
No,
but we encourage you. Please call in and let us know what your thoughts are. This is an open forum for conversation.
No, Carlos, I don't think Jericho should take a back seat. Okay,
no,
I do not.
He should not take a back seat right now. No.
So,
all right, let's see. So that's Jericho. CM Punk missed this week's AEW shows as he is filming season 2 of the TV show Heels. What's your thoughts on? I mean, he was great in the show. I mean, he was in season 1. So he's CM Punk because he's filming season 2 of the show Heels, which is on what Showtime or something.
It's on Stars.
I knew it had an S in it. Stars, Showtime.
It's a good show. I'm looking forward to season 2.
I don't watch. I don't get it, so I can't.
It's not on the radio.
I can't comment.
There you go. Exactly.
Is that what you use, Morse code?
So let's go with Jeff Hardy really quick.
All right. Go ahead. To which one? Sounds like yeah, exactly. There you go.
How Jeff Hardy discussed how subconsciously leaving that match in Texas, how he got released was the best thing he ever did.
He felt very unimportant in WWE, right?
Yeah.
He felt his worth was not being used, and I would agree.
Because he said he felt like at Survivor Series he got like the fire back because it was him and Seth, and then they did nothing with him, like usual.
Totally. But wouldn't there have been a better way to handle it than just walk out in the middle of a match?
Oh, I
basically?
agree, definitely, yeah.
He just did his spots, and he was like, I want to leave, and just left.
Right. That I don't agree with the way he handled it and did it. But
very professional.
Are you what the way Jeff did it?
Yes.
Walking out in the middle of an event?
Very professional.
I hope there's sarcasm there because I don't buy that. I don't buy that it's a professional move. But anyway,
that's your opinion.
You think it's professional to walk out in the middle of a show that you signed a contract to perform in?
I fucking got you. Good.
Okay, so that's good. That's what I wanted to know. His
Don't sing it, just bring it.
I'm going to trust you. I'm going to zap your ass real good.
Still no timetable for Kenny Omega's return as he's recovering from multiple surgeries.
It's going to be a long time before we see him back.
Yeah, and there's really no rush because of the talent that AEW has, right?
Yeah.
True.
And now he's going to have sports hernia surgery in a couple weeks.
What kind of surgery?
Sports hernia.
Oh, hernia on top of all of that?
Yeah.
Holy shnikes. That's not good.
No, he's going to be gone for a while.
So that means chances are we won't see him in May.
Probably not.
Nope.
Probably not. Unless he just comes out.
Maybe on crutches.
Maybe. That's a good point. All right, let's talk about, Tony Storm is launching an OnlyFans and is taking independent dates. Who's subscribing to OnlyFans right now for her?
For educational purposes and for the show, I will make a sacrifice.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Just so you know, Tyson Smith is 38 years old. Next.
That would be Kenny Omega.
Okay. Do we have him on the list?
We're just talking about him for a
I know, but
No,
did you put his...
I just looked up to see how old he was.
So when's his birthday? Oh, okay. It's not his birthday.
No.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. By the way, do we have a...
So he'll probably be a slow healer today.
do we have a name from history books to
No.
present today?
Not yet.
No, okay.
I'm still working on it.
All right.
So like a
How
Lord
about
Butthurt
how
or
about
something
the
like
giant
that?
the giant Baba?
Oh, yeah, there you go. We talked about him earlier with Jeff, the giant Baba. Babaloo. I like that. That's a good one.
He was 7'1".
Is there like a Lord Butthurt from
He
back in the day?
He came over and wrestled. He wrestled in the WWE.
Did he really? I
Yeah,
don't remember.
Madison Square.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Good. Put it in there, Shark.
Talking to me or something about giant butthurt? My ass isn't as big as yours.
Kenny Omega is apparently developing the
Not what
AEW,
that seat says.
AEW video game. Carla says Kenny just had knee surgery. And Chant says he has a wrestler for you that for consideration. So Chant, put it in the chat room, but we're going to look up Baba in the meantime. Okay.
Giant Baba.
Giant Baba.
B-A-B-A.
All right. Killer Cross to make New Japan Pro Wrestling debut coming up WrestleMania weekend.
If you followed wrestling, you would know that this would be going back to New Japan Wrestling, not making his debut.
I just read what's on the run sheet.
I know.
That should be a hell of a match.
It's gonna be violent.
Very violent.
Who's that guy who's wrestling in Texas?
Minoru Suzuki.
Check out
If you knew wrestling, you would know it's
Minoru
Minoru Suzuki.
Check the screen.
We can play
Chief.
this game.
Holy shit.
I take it it's the guy on the left.
Yeah, but I'm trying to figure out who the guy on the right is. And I don't. You threw
Wow, we stumped. Wow.
They're
Producer
Googling Godzilla at that very moment.
that was giant. That's giant Baba. Yes.
our producer, our magical producer, actually stumped Chief with one.
Who the hell?
Holy cow! All right.
You know what? Wait a minute. Could you put that back up for a minute?
Kazura!
If you would. I wonder if that's Red Bastien at an early age.
Early age, the dude looks like he's 70.
No. When
He
Red
lived to be like 190.
When Red retired, and I wish Scott was watching. Red Bastien had bright red hair, and that's the only fella I can think of who.
Well, I don't know if that picture had a caption to say who was both in the picture, but perhaps we can kind of track that down.
If our producer was good, he'd be right on top of it. But we can carry on.
Okay, so he is actually putting it up on the monitor. He says it's his promoter, Mitsuo Momota. Is who that is in that picture with him. He doesn't look like he should have that name, but no, okay. I got you. All right, well there you go.
Thank you.
So who did you think it was?
Red Bastien.
Jeff. Jeff is still watching, and he actually put in there that's not Red, but maybe he thought it was Rip Hawk.
Yeah, yes, that's a possibility too, Jeff. I didn't think of Rip. But didn't the Ripper have blonde hair? When he was in NWA, I think.
I didn't see the pictures on the radio, so I'm out of the conversation.
Now here's the thing. Jeff also put in the chat at this point that that is not Momota. So whoever captioned that picture was incorrect. Shant's name, by the way, that he put out there was Henry DeGlane. I don't know if that rings a bell, but it's not Momota, according to Jeff. Henry DeGlane was part of the Bite in Montreal, which was the original screw job.
Yes.
So, okay. There you go. See, we can make a whole segment out of talking about who's in a picture or not. So that's what we do. Okay, speaking of which, we are going to step aside for what probably is going to be our last commercial break of the day, so we can take it right up to the top of the hour so we can sort of get back on track. Finish up a couple more points on AEW, pop culture, birthdays, and anything else after that. You're watching Thoughts Count Anywhere. We'll be right back. Introducing everyone's arch nemesis, the struggle of the strain, the impurity of immunity, the throb of the job. He is past pain, anxiety, stress, tension. Introducing in your corner. Don't pay for the hype for the packaging or the marketing. Quality is the only thing you should pay for. They are
Planet Harvest Health.
Fight off your nemesis using premium, handcrafted hemp wellness alternatives. Boost, workout, recover, relax, sleep, focus, repeat, and more. Planet Harvest Health is dedicated to creating affordable CBD products like gummies, lotions, recovery salve, and hemp seasoning blends and rubs. Visit planetharvesthealth.com/TCA now for a limited time offer. And that's the bottom line because Aaron Phillips said so.
It's not the worst podcast ever, is it? It's the best podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. All your wrestling news, all your hobbit all your gimmickry. Go on over, listen wherever your podcasts are downloaded. The Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. I'm the big LG Doc Ellis. That's my endorsement. Booyah!
This is John Cena. I just wanted to send you a congratulations on your podcast. Thoughts count anywhere. Because indeed they do. Thoughts are important. I mean, what would we do without them? And how can they not count anywhere? I just wonder, is there a place that thoughts don't count? I can't think of one. Well, I just wanted to say thank you very much, congratulations, and good luck on the podcast. Thoughts count anywhere, because they do.
This is the story of one man's incredible journey from 350 to 200-pound weight loss and his mission to help and inspire others. Aaron Phillips. People are praising Aaron's new book with 5-star reviews. Aaron's various humorous and wildly entertaining stories portray his rise as a sports announcer, his encounters with exotic and irregular entertainers on the Las Vegas Strip through his long-running Vegas Unwrapped radio show, and his contagious and positive style of pursuing success. Call now or visit our website or Amazon now to get your copy of Let My Voice Speak to You, stories from a Hall of Fame radio personality. Order now.
What's up, man? It's your boy, Fatu, over here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere.
This is the Essential Character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching the Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy!
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts count anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Davari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts count anywhere.
All right, welcome back. Final 30 minutes of Thoughts Count Anywhere. All right, 702-329-6947. Remember, Planet Harvest Health. Use the QR code that's right there. TCA25 gets you 25% off and free shipping for orders of $60 or more. This is a great opportunity. If you want to fit. What happened to did you lower my volume? Did you lower me? Because I've lost sound in my headset. All right. I'm the last. Yeah, that one. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. It's not the headset, it's the microphone. Okay. He's playing with me over there on the board. You can leave it where it is.
You good?
I have no. Can anybody hear? Oh, here we are now. Now I'm up.
I can kind of hear you.
Oh, you pushed the wrong button.
Shocker.
You know what the next shirt has to be, right?
When's the last time you had your eyes checked, sir?
You know what the next shirt has to be? You had only one job. In honor of Mr. Jelly Donut over here. Okay. couple other topics. Let's see what's left on this. AEW getting heat for releasing 316 merchandise.
Huh?
They released merchandise 316, which of course is Stone Cold's 316 stuff. What did they put out there? I didn't see that.
They released there was like a DMD shirt that said 31622. It was like the date of the match. But they were going after like the 316 crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Trolls.
They're pretty much just at the point they're just trolling each other, which is hilarious to me. I don't know why everyone's getting everyone online. If you're an AEW fan, you have to hate WWE and vice versa. Just like wrestling.
Yeah, just like it.
Yes, sir.
What the hell's it called when you want to? You have like our hats, Thoughts Count Anywhere hats, and we wanted to specifically own the rights to it. What the hell's that?
Trademark?
Trademark.
Thank you.
That, yeah.
Or copyright, but be trademarked for logos and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. I missed that they were doing that with the merchandise. So, Briscoes versus FTR is announced for Super Card of Honor.
Cannot wait.
Epic.
That's going to be fantastic. We finally get it.
What's that?
I know Jacob's going for like WrestleMania weekend of that show. He's
Briscoes
lucky.
versus FTR.
Where?
Super Card of Honor.
Oh, okay. When the hell's Super Card of Honor?
April 1st.
WrestleMania weekend in Dallas.
April Fool's Day?
Yes.
No shit.
Well, April Fool's Day is the Friday. April 2nd and 3rd is Saturday, Sunday. We're on the air the day of WrestleMania, day 1.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm glad you know that.
Well, I knew that, but you're
I
asking
did
dates.
too.
So I'm
No, I was talking about Ring of Honor Supercard.
Oh, Ring
what
of
the
Honor.
hell the date was. And he said April 1st. So what the hell? How the hell did WrestleMania get in?
See, I'm giving him his own treatment here.
What
and
the hell?
He's
WWE files another new trademark for Austin 316. So if it's no, wait a minute. Let me ask a question. If it's trademarked and it says here, AEW getting heat for releasing 316 day merch, isn't that a trademark?
It depends on how the original trademark was stated as 316.
Okay.
If it's just, let's just say, for example, it's trademarked by WWE, it's just 316.
Right.
And WWE and AEW comes up with a different tonnage with the
like what we did with the shirts.
Similar. Now
Okay.
they may put instead of 3:16 like on Stone Cold's.
Right.
They might just go 3 like a date. 3/16.
Okay.
It's
And that
different.
would be different. Okay.
If
They
it were
put
me.
31622, so they literally
Oh, there you
just
go.
put the date.
Oh,
So-
okay.
Okay, so yeah, so that
I'm
wouldn't
just
hold up.
asking, that's
But
all.
I'll give you an example. Last year, I
Go ahead.
trademarked my Aaron Phillips logo and name for the state of Nevada.
How much that cost you? $144?
No, it cost me a little more. I had an attorney do
I
it.
was just reading it here. It's 144. It said.
Well, Carlos, they can't trademark a date, but if it's used as a logo or a symbol of some sort, so yeah, the date that they use cannot be trademarked. But
Right.
the 316, the way they did it with Stone Cold and everything, that's trademarked. That's
Okay.
that's protected.
That's what I'm saying.
My
That's
stuff,
what I wanted to
my
know.
Aaron Phillips stuff, I'm only protecting the state of Nevada because of where I'm based out of. I've not protected it across the
Across
country.
the country.
So if someone in our state tries to use the logo or the voice, things
Right.
like that, that's breach, and I could go after them.
Right, right.
But if someone in Jersey does it, I can't touch them because I'm not protected back
Oh
there.
shit! They're gonna call Uncle Guido and come after
Well, I
you.
know
That
people.
ain't gonna happen.
I was gonna say I know people. I know people. I want to ask this question about FTR for a second.
Yeah, wise guy, eh?
I guess you got over on someone else.
Oh, okay.
That's all. He's fine, by the way, Mr. Producer.
Man, I'm good.
He's always good. There's just a little extra in that tea this morning. That's all.
Don't tell no one.
FTR. I want to talk about them for a moment. Okay, we know the big hullabaloo when they left WWE and got signed.
I wonder why they fired Tully.
I don't know, but has FTR? They really haven't been. I almost put them in the cloud. I don't want to say disappointment, but I don't think they've lived up to any standards anybody was expecting when they went to AEW.
I don't think they really.
They've been they've been underutilized.
I was going to say, have they got their just due?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking.
I don't think so.
I don't either.
They're on AEW Dark more than they're on like Dynamite, which is crazy.
But didn't the one guy, what's his name? Didn't he have an injury?
Cash, he had that busted up arm, but he's fine now.
He is healthy now.
He's injury prone because he was injured a lot in WWE, also with the
yeah.
jaw, right? He had a broken jaw, and they couldn't work together for a while. But I don't know. It just seems to be that there was so much buzz around them that it just does not seem like that they've also lived up to what the expectations
I
were.
wonder if they're the ones that are going to get the push to wrestle the Hardys, being that they're having the 8-man this week, and they're in it with.
I don't know. I haven't watched Rampage.
What the hell's the other tag team?
We have Private what?
Yeah, Private Party.
Private Party, Butcher and the Blade.
Yeah. Private Party, and I think TR is wrestling the Hardys and Sting and Darby this week in the 8-man.
Yeah, they're teaming with them.
So So maybe it's going to come out that FTR is going to have a to do with the Hardys now, possibly.
Well, here's the thing. I mean, you had wrestling royalty with you in Tully Blanchard as your quote unquote manager or director, whatever his title was within all of that.
Right.
So you had this connection with him. How they just did not catapult that into bigger success for FTR, I don't understand.
I don't either.
But if like the first segment we had, and we were talking about Bret Hart, if you're gonna upgrade FTR and Bret Hart is your manager, they're gonna be on freaking TV every week.
Right.
Because why would you not use Bret Hart if you're gonna sign him?
Yeah.
Well, it's like how long has it been since we've seen Arn on TV?
Yeah.
Since Cody left.
A while.
He
Since
got nothing
Cody
to do.
left.
You don't got no Cody no more.
Yeah, I mean,
He's just mostly on Dark with.
they could put they could push his son, I guess.
Well, the first thing I'm on Dark, he's in the tag team with Moriarty.
If they can get his
right?
son some personality.
I guess I got to behave now.
I know. I was waiting to see if you saw that.
Oh, I saw it. I guess I got to behave now.
The Chiefs manager has popped up in the chat room.
Evidently.
Hi, Liz.
Evidently, somebody buzzed her. You dogs.
Somebody ratted you out. They ratted you out there. All right. John Moxley versus Will Ospreay, official for New Japan Pro Wrestling, April 16th in Chicago.
Shut up and take my money.
Who? What? Wait a minute. What did I miss?
That shit is going to be epic.
Mox and Ospreay.
That's out here.
No, Chicago.
I wish. Will Ospreay is probably the best wrestler on this planet nights on to like one of the major United States promotions. That dude is freaking amazing.
He's over in Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. Smart boy.
I know.
Making a lot of yen. Non-taxable.
Why is it not taxable? Seriously, why would it not be taxable as income for him? Whatever the conversion is to American dollars.
Because
right?
he lives in Japan. In all honesty.
Oh, he lives in Japan?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
In all honesty, I mean, even when we were over stationed over in Japan, we didn't pay tax.
So does Japan not have tax income?
No.
So how does the government?
Not military. We didn't.
No, I understand. But so if a guy like Will Ospreay is working there, how does Japan get revenue for the country then?
Because he's dual citizen.
No, I'm saying in general. So he's.
Oh, they pay tax. Yes.
But he's not paying any tax.
I doubt it.
Wow.
I doubt it.
Maybe-
And he's making.
Kind of like how our rich people don't pay taxes either.
Yep.
Aaron, maybe Go Live Vegas needs to move to Japan where we don't have to pay tax. I don't know. But anyway. All right, well, I didn't realize that. I did not realize that. On last night or this morning, I saw a very quick headline, and I don't remember who the opponent was.
What's that?
But Ospreay was wrestling a gentleman in New Japan, and during the fight, the guy that he was wrestling, you see the ref throw up the X because the opponent suffered a broken orbital bone.
Orbital bone.
And I don't remember who it was, but it was another name I saw come up that I'm familiar with. I'm just blanking on it.
Will's. Yeah.
I think it's Sonata.
Was it Sonata?
I think Sonata.
He was going for a high knee or something and
Yeah.
caught him just a little too high.
Yeah, because now Sonata's missing the rest of the New Japan Cup.
In
go ahead.
Japan, permanent resident taxpayers are taxed on their worldwide income. Non-resident taxpayers are taxed only on their Japanese sourced income. non-permanent resident taxpayers are taxed on their income other than the foreign source income, in particular, potentially or certain capital gains. They are not remitted into Japan, plus potentially part of the foreign sourced income that is paid in or remitted to Japan.
Yeah, what he said.
There you go.
There you
Bomb
go.
tax.
There's the answer.
There you go. Let's talk about control your narrative. And I'm going to ask our producer if he can quickly find this post from the other day about the rules that Control Your Narrative put out for their upcoming card. It was on social media. I don't remember if it was Twitter or whichever one. But the list of rules around the Control Your Narrative card coming up was different for sanctioned matches, unsanctioned matches. You can't do the no Canadian destroyers. There's certain moves that you couldn't do. If you can put it up, if you find it, you can put it up on the teleprompter.
So is that almost like when they wouldn't allow the pile driver? Is that what you're talking about? Stuff like that?
Yeah, exactly.
I have the list right here. Do you want me
Go
to
ahead.
read
Yes,
them
go
off?
ahead, please.
Hit it.
Rule 1, you are in control. Rule 2, you are in control. Rule 3, fight ends when you tap. Get knocked out, can't stand or quit. Sanctioned matches end via pinfall. 4th rule, standard professional wrestling rules apply for sanctioned matches. Chaos ensues in the project pit. Rule 5, no super kicks, no tope supicias, and no Canadian destroyers. Rule 6, the fight isn't with your opponent, it's with yourself. Rule 7, fights will go on as long as they have to. Sanctioned matches hit their times. Rule 8, if you want to control your narrative, you have to fight.
So is this basically like a fight? Well, Carlos just put it in the chat room. Is this really nothing more than a fight club?
Well, I was going to say, the one thing that I heard Matt say was pit. And
instead of a ring?
Correct. Mm-hmm. And what I know from a certain friend of mine, when it's a pit, it's a
fight
all-out fight.
I think they have like regular matches and probably like their grudge matches are in this Project Pit thing.
Gotcha.
From the sound of it.
They did a card, last week or 2 weeks ago, and some of the pictures I saw, there was not very well attended. But again, it was a small place. It wasn't like it was in a big arena. But the pictures did not show a whole lot of fans out for their first CYN card. So I don't know if it was just a test run of the promotion before they go big like this, but do we really need to see a Fight Club promotion like this? I mean, give me your thoughts on the type of layout that they're putting out there.
It's something different, so I think it does need to be out there just because it's not the same thing over and over, like kind of AEW, WWE, and Impact. It's all basically the same thing, just different storylines, different wrestlers, but the outright rules of it is the same thing. So if there's like a different promotion with different rules, it kind of changes it up a little bit. So it makes most wrestling fans kind of curious, at least tune in once to be like, what is
check
this?
it out, right?
I think a lot of wrestlers have different various backgrounds before they get into professional wrestling, at least some of them. And, some of them are into mixed martial arts, some of them are into bare knuckle fighting. And I guess that goes on around the world. So I agree with Matt to a point that I'd like to see different professional athletes, and I'll put it that way. I won't specifically say professional wrestlers, but I'd like to see people who want to step into that scenario be allowed to. And, if it's a fight club, it's a fight club.
Carlos puts in the chat room, we have blood spots already. Desert Shark, we have UFC, Bellator, etc. for Fight Club vibes. I'm sure we have enough of them.
I mean,
go ahead. I'm sorry.
We'll see where it goes, but this doesn't sound too exciting to me.
I mean, is that more like GCW? GCW basically has no rules for like their death matches. I mean, light bulbs and
Yeah.
sand and everything else.
I mean, they'll find a niche. I'm sure they'll find a niche. Some will like. Some people will like it, and
They got enough big names that people are gonna watch.
Mm-hmm.
As you said, it's all about the money.
Show me the money. Show me the money. All right. It's just about quarter of already. Holy shnikes. Yes, Brad Pitt was in Fight Club, by the way.
You know, I'm excited.
For?
We're finally going to have a women's promotion. And it's about damn time. All women's promotion.
We'll talk about that as a hook when we come back because
Yes.
it's been announced for May 21st. Where and what? We'll talk about that when we come back on the other side of the break.
Yes.
I decided to take one more. You not ready to do commercials? Are you not watching your own show here? Hello?
He never does.
He was on the phone.
He was playing Candy Crush.
All right, if you're not ready to do commercials, then I can just... All right, we'll be right back. Introducing everyone's arch nemesis, the struggle of the strain, the impurity of immunity, the throb of the job. He is past pain, anxiety, stress, tension. Introducing in your corner, don't pay for the hype for the packaging or the marketing. Quality is the only thing you should pay for. They are Planet Harvest Health. Fight off your nemesis using premium, handcrafted hemp wellness alternatives. Boost, workout, recover, relax, sleep, focus, repeat, and more. Planet Harvest Health is dedicated to creating affordable CBD products like gummies, lotions, recovery salve, and hemp seasoning blends and rubs. Visit planetharvesthealth.com/TCA now for a limited time offer. And that's the bottom line because Aaron Phillips said so.
What's up, man? It's your boy, 752. I'm here with my man, Big G. I need you to check out the podcast, Thoughts Count Anywhere.
This is the essential character EC3 on behalf of my dear friends at Thoughts Count Anywhere. The podcast for your mind when you need deep thinking about all things sports and entertainment.
Hello, this is Martin Casals, a.k.a. Marty the Mob, and you're watching the Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast. Enjoy.
This is Impact Wrestling's Dash and Chris Bay, the ultimate finesser, former Finesse Division champion, and you're listening to Thoughts Count Anywhere podcast.
Thoughts Count Anywhere. Y'all watching it. This is my new tag team partner, Steve-O, a.k.a. Zeus, from the hit movie Friday, and from No Holds Barred.
Hi, I'm Sean Navari. Listen to Thoughts Count Anywhere for all your wrestling news.
Hey, what's going on? This is Axe, and I'm smashing the demolition. And we want to invite you to watch every Saturday morning. Thoughts Count Anywhere.
All right. He was trying to hold out to see.
I thought you were doing your Big E thing or something.
Clap your hands. Okay, so Chief teased it going into break. We have a ladies promotion. We kind of talked about it a little bit last week, but there's more details that have come through, and we will have these folks as a guest. So, Chief, it's the last one on page 1.
The
forgot
UWW, Universal Wrestling.
Ultimate
That's Women's Wrestling.
That's right. Announced their show will be at the Sahara Casino on May 21st in the showroom where Frank Sinatra used to perform.
Correct.
And they say it's beautiful in there.
Jenny Santana,
my girl,
daughter of the great Tito Santana,
yeah,
is behind this. This is her major promotion.
Yep.
She's when we met her, she was the general manager is the
General
title, but
manager.
she's part of this. So the 21st of May at the Sahara Hotel, and we're going to work on having her and maybe a couple of the other ladies come in.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
A damn all women's wrestling promotion.
Did you get this excited when WOW was announced? Though?
They're doing
Hell
it.
no.
They're doing it all.
Yeah.
Okay, ring announce. Sorry.
They couldn't hire me for any of that.
Ring,
all women.
ring announce.
I told them I don't look good in a dress, so I couldn't.
Women's commissioner. Women's announcers. Women wrestlers. Women referee. Ain't Ain't none of this bullshit.
There's no testosterone.
Ain't no
to be
sausage
found.
party in this promotion.
Exactly. It's all women.
Yes, Carlos, the show will be here in Vegas on May 21st. That's the weekend before Memorial Day at the Sahara
I
Hotel.
just want to see how many of them might get to say the word hubcap. That's my only goal.
All right, with that,
Man,
we're
they
gonna,
got a couple. Well, never mind.
we're going to
Shut up,
transition.
Glenn.
We're
I
going to
forgot Liz
transition
is
into.
watching.
That's right. We're going to transition to some birthdays right about now.
Happy birthday.
If you're
to
celebrating
you.
a birthday today
Happy
through the
birthday to you.
24th, you are celebrating birthday with these people. By the way, happy birthday music courtesy of Pocket Aces. Today, the 19th, you are celebrating with Rick McGraw, Jimmy Havoc, Matt Seidel, AJ Lee, and Dick Slater. The 20th, tomorrow, The Great Sting, Homicide, Matt Taven. The 21st, Chris Candido and Killer Kelly. The 22nd, is it Bea Priestley or how's her first name?
Bea Priestley.
Bea Priestley?
Bea.
Okay, well, I should have thought about like B.
I
Arthur,
should have
right?
wrote it phonetically.
Yeah, that always helps.
BEE.
That-
That would
yes.
help you.
Yeah, write it phonetically to the English teacher.
It's not all English. I'm a numbers guy, remember? Villain 5? Villain 5? Is that how it's spelled?
Viano 5.
That's an O? Tell me that doesn't look like a D there. Tell me that doesn't look like a D.
Shut up.
Thank you.
If you got D's on the page, it's not that kind of show.
That's right.
March 23rd. Man, he's testing your names this week. Jesse Madaja?
Yes.
Maharaja?
It's Medasia.
So what are you asking me for? I don't know. March 24th. Oh, man,
Don't
look
you
at this
know who
list.
Medasia is?
No, I don't.
Medasia's the girl that used to come out with Scott Steiner.
That's the hubcap of hubcaps.
Okay.
Big Mama.
Gotcha. March 24th, Lana, D'Angelo De Niro, Jack Swagger, Christopher Daniels, Barry Horowitz, Epico Cologne, Lacey Evans, and the headliner for the Hall of Fame, Mr. Mark Calloway, better known as the Dead Man,
What day
The
was that?
Undertaker. March 24th, according to you.
They were busy that
What
day.
was in the
man.
water 9 months
They were
before
busy,
that?
man.
That's what I was thinking.
A
man.
lot
What
of
a
business
list on the
going on.
24th. Anyway, happy birthday to all of you all celebrating a birthday from today through next Friday. And to all these, be safe. Make sure you celebrate and join us next week safely, please.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go to some pop culture. We have about 10 minutes left.
Pop culture.
Raiders. Okay. Raiders. This is very important for us Vegas fans. Well, I'm not a Raiders fan per se, but football is local here. Raiders acquired Devontae Adams from the Packers.
That's a hell of a trade.
It's a hell of a trade, and I totally agree. And yet, Aaron Rodgers probably re-signed thinking Devontae Adams was going to be staying.
Yeah, but if he thought that, he would have given up some of his contract money.
No, he wouldn't.
To keep Devontae in Green Bay.
I don't think
I
so.
think the Raiders might go 9-7 instead of 8-8.
Because I don't think he would have. In my opinion, I don't think Aaron would have re-signed if he knew Devontae was leaving. Now, in Devontae's,
So you think Aaron Rodgers is a greedy son of a bitch?
Yes,
do you?
absolutely.
Aaron
Just
Rodgers
checking.
is a son of a bitch.
Just checking.
because he held out this long, he kept Devontae Adams on the hook. Right. This was
Right,
from the
right,
end of the Super
right.
Bowl. He was going to make his announcement quickly.
Right.
And you know what? He should have made his decision and made it quickly because Devontae Adams, rightfully so, wanted to protect his family. He wanted his future protected, and he didn't know what he was doing. So apparently they had been negotiating with the Raiders, or he'd been talking about them about a week before Aaron Rodgers actually signed.
Yeah. Did you see who else the Raiders signed, or who the Raiders obtained?
Who else?
The sack leader of the NFL. They got him away from Indianapolis, I believe he played for.
Oh,
The big guy. I don't know his name.
crap.
You know, Chiefs.
But I do know.
Rock Yasin, I think it is.
Who is it?
Rock Yasin or something like
Yeah,
that.
something like
I
that.
hear the word Raider and I immediately tune it out, so I don't.
Chiefs 3/4 kicked in. I don't know.
I
His
did
name,
read that, but it's supposed to be a yes.
But it's so now they got bookends
Yeah.
like Kansas City.
The
and
defense now is going
yeah.
to be huge.
It's cool to see like the college teammates reunited because Devontae Adams, his quarterback, was Derek Carr in college.
That's right. That's right. You're 100% right. Juju Smith-Schuster from the
Yep.
Steelers went to
Yep.
Kansas City.
Yep.
And the big news that was surprising the other day, Deshaun Watson going to the Browns, because earlier that day he said the Browns were off his list. It was going to be down to the Falcons and the Saints. But I guess the Browns gave an offer he couldn't refuse. Now the question from the football world is where does Mayfield show up next?
Back to Instagram he goes.
Back to
New Orleans.
New Orleans or Seattle.
Christopher Lloyd has been added to season 3 of The Mandalorian.
Yes.
Talk about, because I don't follow The Mandalorian. I'm still stuck in season 1, so I've not been keeping up with it.
It's a super cool show. I don't know how they're going to use him, but he always in some cool roles. So hopefully he's like the bad guy of the season or something.
He went back to the future, or forward to the future. I don't know where he is, but well, that should be. You're right. Really, any role that he. Thank you very much. Thank you very little. Any role that he's taken, I mean, he's mastered it. I cannot think of a role that Christopher Lloyd had done that really everybody went, ew. I can't think of anything.
Even like Book of Boba Fett, it was basically The Mandalorian season 2.5, as much as he was in it.
Gotcha. Yes, he was the best in Taxi. So the Desert Shark says Mayfield is going to go to the Giants just to piss off Aaron Phillips. There is no room for him because they just signed Tyrod Taylor as, whoop-de-doo. So, but anyway.
He's going to New Orleans.
Thoughts on Batman, the new Batman movie? Okay,
I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I didn't have time last Sunday, so I wanted to hear your thoughts on it.
You'll have to tune into Aaron.
Like
you have to tune into Aaron Zauer because I say that as a tease. But I'll give you some tidbits.
I have no interest.
Okay. Did you see the Batman movie?
Not yet.
Not yet. Wow. Nobody's seen it.
And I'm being honest.
So let me just give you this. When I walked out of
Are you giving us a snippet?
I'm going to give you a snippet, a little tease for the tease.
All right.
When I went with my wife and two other friends of ours, and one of them asked me walking out, he says, rate it. And I said, well, right now walking out, I'll give it a hard 7. Okay? Then he followed that question up by saying, did Patterson jump into your top 3 of Batman people? And I looked at him, I said, are you freaking kidding me? I said, Adam West will always be number 1 on my list. 2A, 2B will be Christian Bale, Michael Keaton. They can be flip-flopped as far as I'm concerned. After that, it's everybody else. It's George Clooney, it's Val Kilmer, Affleck, all of those people. Now, let me just say this. In my opinion, an actor who portrays the lead in a Batman movie has to be able to portray both roles. By that, I mean Bruce Wayne and Batman, right? Nothing was really done enough for me as Bruce Wayne to really determine how he was. Okay. Yeah. So after talking with my daughter, who saw it earlier in the day on Sunday, my official rating is between a 6 and a 7.
Okay.
But I never listen to critics. People are lauding this thing, and it's great. It should be. In my opinion, people say it's a 3-hour movie. Well, folks, get your watch fixed, because what they're counting is from the time that 4:30 be in the theater. Well, guess what? They run like 100 previews. So the actual movie itself, once all that is done, is about 2.5. 2.5,
okay.
Okay, so it's not a 3-hour movie, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, see, I only think of one person about Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Stan Lee.
He didn't do Batman. Stan Lee was Marvel. Batman is DC. So maybe he was thinking of Stanley, somebody else.
That permanently.
Wait a minute.
That was worse than my boss having actual Marvel executives at our building.
Who did Ark Asylum?
That's Batman.
Who wrote it? Because I've got the hardbound book signed by him.
That was as funny as our boss had like these people from Marvel come for a meeting to like do something to the building, like put a roof on it. It was gonna be some big Marvel thing. The first words out of his mouth were Batman and Superman are my favorite Marvel characters.
Bob Kane.
Surprisingly, we never heard from Marvel again.
Bob Kane was the developer of Batman. Bob Kane was the developer of Batman in the comics before all the movies. Stan Lee, and that's DC. DC Comics is Batman.
That's right.
Stan Lee is Marvel.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
Besides, the internet wouldn't lie to me.
Because I've got the hardcover. Yeah. The hardcover Ark Asylum collection signed by him.
Nice.
Jennifer asks, is the Joker in it? No.
So if you'd be nice, I might give it to you for Christmas.
No, it is. Okay. Hanukkah.
Maybe.
Please. Hanukkah.
Well,
it was the Joker that was in it. So I need to clarify Nick Plaster here. It was the Joker character.
No, it's the Riddler.
The Riddler is introduced near the end of the movie.
Okay.
And I'll just leave it at that. It was the Joker that was in there. The Penguin is in this one as well.
Isn't that what's
And
his
Catwoman.
name? The Penguin. Who was the old guy that did the
Burgess Meredith on TV, but Burgess Meredith is not doing the Penguin in this movie.
Oh, okay.
The actor in that one escapes me at this moment.
Colin Farrell.
There you go, Colin Farrell. Which the Penguin didn't have a lot to do in this movie as much as you would think.
They announced a new show for him on HBO Max too, as a Penguin.
Really? Well, okay.
I used to watch the old Batman, the
On the
real
radio.
Batman.
Previous to Adam West, there were 2 TV series that were before them.
Yep.
Like one was in the 40s and one I would say was in the late 50s before the Adam West version came out. Which
Adam
was
West was such a dick.
Well, he may be in person, but he was Batman. I mean, as the role playing Batman.
What's her name was hot though?
Who? Which one? Lee Merriweather? Lee Merriweather. Who's the Julie Newmar?
Yeah.
Julie Newmar was the hot.
She was
oh,
hot.
Absolutely.
It was funny. I tricked Burt Ward into signing an autograph.
Did you really? How'd you do that?
We were at San Diego Comic-Con, and I had like a bunch of stuff to get signed, and everyone's like, "Don't even bother with Burt Ward. He's an asshole." And I was like, "I got a plan." Like the Funko Pops, I took like the pieces of plastic out of them so they're easy to get signed.
Right.
And I go up to Burt Ward
Did
and I
he
was like,
screw
"Hey,
your
Mr.
box?
Ward, I'm a big Robin fan. Would you mind signing?" He goes, "I don't sign memorabilia." And I was like, "All I have is this piece of plastic." And he was like, "Oh, that's it." And he signs it. So I throw it in the Batman. I throw it in my Robin Pop, and I probably have the only one on
that
the
he's
planet.
ever signed.
Nice.
You've got to be sneaky
That's
sometimes.
the way you got to do it. He, by the way, he has a successful dog food business. Like organic food for pets and
That was
stuff.
an easy way to get his autograph too. Is if you bought like $40 worth of dog food, he sent you like a signed 8x10.
There you go. All right. Hey, it's 11 o'clock, guys.
Wow.
Our meter has run out. Yeah, spring training is full effect as well. So baseball is back. 162 games will be played. They added 30 doubleheaders throughout the season.
2 hours went quick.
The regular season will now end like October 2nd or something. But yes, the show, we're done.
So here's my last thought for the day. How many injuries are there going to be in Major League Baseball the first month of the year?
Well, I don't think as many as you would think in comparison when football had that strike that one year.
Remember, they're going to cold weather.
No, I understand that, but that's when at this time of year most managers and teams carry more pitchers than normal because of what you're talking about. But we'll see. Bottom line is baseball is back. It's all good. Thomas, thank you for joining us, my friend.
My pleasure.
You were too
Good to have you
quiet.
on.
I know. We didn't.
Sorry, you got sat between those two.
Want to remind everybody coming up in 1 hour, Aaron Zowery with Aaron Phillips, huh? Go Jerry's Kids. That was a line of the year. We got to get that quote. We may need to make a new T-shirt. Anyway, coming up in 1 hour, my guest will be screenwriter, movie producer Caleb Stewart, who wrote the book What Happens Next, which is about his real life on alcohol and drug abuse and recovery. And then Frankie Pizarro will be joining me in studio as well.
Hey, real quick, Sunset Station, Power Play Sports Collectibles, today, tomorrow.
I thought at the mall.
It's
No.
at Sunset Station.
Okay.
It's at Sunset Station.
Gotcha.
10 to 7.
There you go. Today and tomorrow.
Today and tomorrow.
Real quickly, final thoughts?
Everybody have a good, safe week. See you next week. Might have some cool news.
Are you guys? Was that your final thought?
Yeah.
Final thought?
Be safe, everybody.
Join me in 1 hour.
Love y'all.
Be kind to everybody. Why is that? We're all have. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time right here at Thoughts Count Anywhere.